Okay. Okay. Thanks. Now you studied about the love. Generally, the object on the which we focus and with love, the object which we focus is sentient beings who do not have happiness. And the form love takes in our mind is the wish that they have both the cause of happiness and the happiness that result. And this kind of how we can to meditate on the love, like focus on the someone hasn't got or do not have any happiness. In the form love take in our mind as very strong wish to receive both of the cause and result of the happiness. This is like kind of the alternately we need to meditate on it. Okay, maybe we can to talk later. Now it is the third meditation on the compassion. The meditation on compassion is to imagine beings tormented by the cruel suffering and to wish them free from it. It is said that think of someone in immense torment, a person cast into the deepest dungeon awaiting execution. And king or like countries. Dungeons, like kind of the strong underground prisons, cells. And waiting for the executions. This kind of we need to focus on sentient beings. And then it's like the animals standing before the butcher about to be slaughtered. Feel love towards that being as if it is very your own mother or child. And this is like main the compassion's essence. How we need to concern, like meditate on the compassions. And the object on which we focus is suffering sentient beings. Focus is suffering sentient beings. Like some is like kind of the dungeon awaiting execution, these prisoners. Or is animals standing before the butcher about to be slaughtered. And the form of compassion takes in our minds the wish that these beings to be free from both suffering, cause and the result. And that is the like kind of the focus of the compassion. The form it's taking in our minds like this. And then it's like we can to say thinking maybe this execute or executions person itself. Maybe your own mother or father or your child. How you can to do it? How would you like to do it? You choose to sitting there. You don't nothing kind of the doing something. Maybe it's like these animals, like slowly is the butcher's going to slaughter. And this maybe is like slaughtered animal. This one is maybe like a kind of your parents or children's. What you have feeling, which kind of you forms take into your mind. And this is like the imagine of the person condemned to the death by the ruler and being led to the place of the execution. And they are like kind of the to bring the person is to the execution place, like kind of the moving towards the like kind of the execution place. How much you have the feelings. Each moment they are going to execute to this person. The sheep beings caught and tied up by the butcher said, sheep or cows or horse or any kind of the animals, like kind of the teddy by the ropes, they are going to kill. When you think of condemned this person, instead of the thinking of that suffering person as someone else, maybe you are like kind of thinking something else. Maybe you haven't got much feeling. Who is this person is a poor, now is going to excuse, or this like being is poor is going to slaughter. But imagine that it is the you yourself. What are you going to do? You cannot kind of the fly, you cannot escape. There is no protectors, no source of the refugees. One is like steps, death is near and near. Ask to yourself what you do, what would do in that situations. What now? You can say, there is no way to run, impossible, no way to hide, no refuge, no one to protect you. You have no means of the escape. You cannot fly away. You have no strength. They are going to execute, they slaughter you. Nor like kind of the army to defend you. Now, at this very moment, all the perceptions of this life are about to cease. You choose to see in this day, this moment, then it's the disappeared. Maybe it's like you have lovely families. Maybe you have a very good position, but according to the laws you are execute. What can you do? Families cannot do, friends cannot do, like this. Even you, these animals, also is like, maybe you are precious, maybe you have nice other like animal families, but cannot do nothing. Butcher or police or army, they excuse to you to kill him, murder him. What do you have the feelings? You will ever have to leave behind your own dear body. Absolutely. That you have sustained with so much care in this life. You give very delicious food. You give very expensive clothes. You every day taking and put on a cream, perfume, and how much you cherish it to your body. But that moment, your body is like making more sufferings. You need to leave behind. It's become the useless. And set out for the next life. What anguished to you? Train your mind by taking the suffering of that condemned person, open yourself, or this animal going to slaughter. Very important in order to develop your compassion, in order to realize that your compassion, in order to meditate on compassion, we should to train our mind like this way. It's like the compassion's object, which is the focus in suffering sentient beings, like this kind of suffering of that condensed prisoner upon yourself and these slaughtered animals. And when you are think of sheep being led to the slaughter, do not think of it as just a sheep. If you just think sheep or yak or cow, some horse, you haven't got much feeling. Maybe you study Dharma, but still, many people horse. That not very much. But if you put in this state, in this place, yourself, what you do, instead feel certainly that this is your own old mother, that they are about to kill it. Some in the barbarian countries, when they are children, like kind of the marriage, they're killing the like kind of their parents. Like this. Maybe someone's killing your parents. What are you going to do? Like saying, like, today I want to slaughter your father and mother to make the food. Now what are you going to say? And you just laughing? Oh yeah, okay, today is my father or mother's going to kill. How you can to stay there? Maybe this sheep or horse animals maybe be in your father and mother in the past life, who knows? And these situations, what you have feelings, then what is the focus on these suffering sentient beings? Ask yourself what you would do in this situation. What are you going to do now that they are going to kill your old mother or father or children? Even though she has done no harm others. Too very much, says it, or very much. What we are killing things, yaks, horse, cows, sheep, we are killing them, but they never hurt to us. They never do things, but we are killing to them. Experience in the deeply of your heart that she has like kind of the heart, the kind of the suffering that your mother must be going through. How you can to share these sufferings. We need to think. Thanks for the Buddha's teachings. We understood all the sentient beings as our parents. Then very easily to develop our compassions. When your heart is beating with the desire to do something right quickly, right away, to prevent your old mother in order to save from being butchered on the spot. Reflect that although these sufferings, creatures, is not actually your father or mother in this present life, but surely to have been your parents at some time in your past life, 100% sure, and so have brought you up with the great kindness in just the same way as that this present are your parents. So there's no real different this present our parents or the past our parents. What is the difference? Alas, for your poor parents who are the suffering so much, if only the could be free from their distress right now, without delays, not too late, quickly. It's this kind of, we need to think to quickly to practice Dharma, compassion, like for boundless qualities, to be enlightenment, to save, like kind of our parents slaughtering in the hell, hunger ghosts and animals. We need to save to them. This very instant with these thoughts in your heart to meditate on with such unbearable compassion that your eyes fill with tears. That is the kind of the to development. The compassion is like this. Absolutely very important. Of course, when we are look at the how much the suffering sentient beings, to think like this, wow, and it's like our automatically is the tears the coming. There's no choice. When your compassion is arousing, think all this suffering is the effect of the harmful actions committed in the past lifetimes. Also those suffering sentient beings, they murdered, they harmed, they killed on the past life, they receive like this. Someone is like harming, hurting, killing to the other sentient beings. They all the times endless sufferings. Therefore we are like kind of Buddha's teachings to stay, to stop harming to the other sentient beings. Very important. All those like kind of poor beings now indulging in the harmful actions will inevitably have to suffer too. Someone is like kind of the hurting, killing, murdering to the other sentient beings. They doing continuously. Surely for those previous in the next life they need to repayment. But what can we do? With this in mind, meditate with compassion on all beings who are creating cause of the suffering for themselves by killing and others harmful actions. Absolutely like this. And now it's like to showing to the others to stop the killing harmies. Ourselves as much as we can could to stop to harmful actions. It is the very, very important. Thank you very much. And do you have any questions? Yes.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Hiroko Kawai. If we say that everything is equal, birth and death, suffering and sorrow, samsara and nirvana, is it because of their empty nature?
I'm not talking about empty nature, okay? In your compassion is aspect, you should to equally to taking care to the sentient beings. When I'm talking about empty natures, then how it is equal, I will tell you.
Thank you. Alina Eri says, Dear Rinpoche, Dear Patrul Rinpoche, you said that compassion can make people rich, but some rich people doesn't seem to be very compassionate. Why is that so?
Yes, maybe in the past they practiced compassion. This result in this life, but this result is finished. Maybe next life is poor. There is karmic connections. It's like kind of the something is a result in this life. Something is like kind of the result in next life. That's different. We cannot to say someone's rich. Maybe they never have practiced. They never practice compassion. Maybe they practiced in the past, But in this life, they don't do like this. The next life, we don't know. For example, today you are healthy because you taking care yesterday. If today you don't care, maybe tomorrow is you become sick. Who knows? That is the realities.
Thank you. Maria Luisa says, thank you for your teachings, dear Rinpoche. Please, can you explain what is the best way to meditate on Bodhicitta? Do we focus on this image or rather read again and again? Thank you for your kind attention.
Okay, Luisa, it's you read first. This now is like this arousing Bodhicitta chapter. Read again every single minute you coming into your mind. Then there's such pit instructions how you can to meditate on it, compassion. Then follow up that.
Thank you. Robin Dahlquist says, thank you for your teachings. No, sorry. Dear Rinpoche, when I read Sonten Gampo's history, it seems that he was involved in a lot of killings and was at war with several regions in China and Tibet. Did he really not hurt anyone? Was it illusions made by him? Was it negative acts for a good cause? I apologize for my doubtful questions, but I wish to resolve the doubt I feel in this matter.
Buddha and Bodhisattvas is activities inconceivable. And this kind of many histories. And that is maybe possible, but this is like I'm already saying, it's like this. It's like a little bit unimaginate. And we are not Buddha and Bodhisattvas. We cannot to do like this. Of course, it's like kind of we are harming a little bit, but we need to avoid as much as. Maybe it's okay, there is his story, the Sonten Gampo. But maybe he's Avalokiteshvara, maybe he's okay doing these things, maybe necessary. But we don't know. Actually, he brought the Dharma in Tibet. He is established to Dharma, and he give this kind of the Dharma rule in Tibet. And he is also is like kind of in Tibet is like very much stable, the Dharma, even the Lhasa statue temples he created. How much he did benefit things. Instead of doing these things, maybe he made a lot of magic. No, don't worry. But this is just an example, but we need to take the responsibility. Maybe there I have doubt or not, believe or not, it's okay, maybe. This kind of the mind is realized that they are inconceivable, that is truth. But we don't know this is really realities.
Thank you. Bo Benson says, what is the best prayer for India at this present state of COVID-19?
Not only the Indias, how many in the Brazilias, Italies, America, over the world. Everywhere you need to equally to concern this world and to meditate and form boundless qualities. You need to say, may never ever have any this kind of pandemic in this world. That is the most important. How much we lost our families in Europe, in America, everywhere in China. And that is like, of course, in India, also something like this now. For example, before in the Brazilias, thousands, in Italy. This is like kind of our karmic. All the human beings is become like kind of the very, very uncompassionate, like kind of the torch each other, harming each other, destroy each other, very, very cruel each other. Then we result like this. We need to never ever have any war, pandemic, and a kind of poverties. We pray day and night, and also it's like yourself to really to practice the Buddha's teaching to be quickly enlightenment, then you not necessarily pray, you to be help. That's all.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. And big like kind of the weekend. Sonam the Tom Chezikpanya, Tomnini Padana Pambiti, Yagananchi Wellam Trip. Supun Solin Drogandro Sho, Shoncho Senchu, Rinpoche Mahi Panam Cheja. Shipa Nyamba me baton koni kondon pera sho. Senchen ne pa chenye pranyer de ne li tarjerchi. Grover ne no malu pa. Bodon jongwa me pa. Melam tadon den baton sonha di jundra baton. Kandro sumbo laso pa. Niji sendo den. Sondon laon son me kyan labje. Penze la itahi neje te. Dele samba ye jan. Sering ne me deshe dembar sho gongri rarbi korbi shen kamsa pendon dewa malun jong. Shenen zeyon tenzon janso yi shepi senti par da tenjirchi parden la mi kisi tembar ton kanyayon la deshe nyo. Dzogchen malu tsoksa dribyon ne nyer do sonji salan gopa shu. Shewa kanda yon da lama ton darmi chuji pada Sadon lamje yan tenra zone dorjen chongo komponyor tobu shu karmarar marmeto yima saba chubroto malanoton tant nduji chu nante tarata jarwa konjo sonchenzo lamin chok tembanda chatar kalanya hyaje jar kamyon la tarji sho banza sato samayamani palayan banza sato Diktandu drume bastu me basabu me vanaratam sarvasadama mete sarvakarma satam satam kiranko. Ha. Sinamenta thengata mendarna mementa mama samaya sato abonapati.